Hello everyone, welcome back to English class. Dear students, today we are going to start a new chapter from NCERT book An Alien Hand. Name of the chapter is Chandni and chapter number is 7. So open your books, page number 43. Before to start, let's read something about writer Zakir Hussain. Dr. Zakir Hussain Khan was an Indian economist and politician who served as the third president of India, and he was the writer of this story. He has written many books, and from one of his books, this story has been adapted. If I talk about the key points, which kind of points we are going to read in this chapter, then Abu Khan kept goat as pet, and he loved his goats like his own children. He gave them the juices, grass, and greens to eat. He calls them by some funny names. All the goats left him one by one. The goats have great fascination for natural beauty, and a young goat will stay with him for a long time. He named the new goat as Chandni, and Chandni means moonlight. Death in an open field is far better than life in a small hut, and success or failure is a matter of luck. Chandni is the winner. So these are the some points which we are going to read one by one in the story. If I talk about the story, this chapter is a very beautiful story, and which tells us about the importance of freedom. Means every living creature on this earth loves freedom. Okay, so let's start reading the chapter. First of all, I'm going to read first para of this chapter, page number 43. Once upon a time, there lived an old man in Almora. He was popularly known as Abu Khan. He lived all alone except for a few goats which he always kept as pets. He gave his gods funny names such as Kalua, Mungia, or Gutri. He would take them out for grazing during the day and talk to them as one talks to one's own children. At night, he would bring them back to his little hut and put a string round the neck of each goat. So, what happened once there was a time when in the hills of Almora, Almora is a very beautiful place of Uttarakhand, and a man named Abu Khan lived there. He was alone, and means nobody was lived with him as in his from his family. So he was having some goats, and he kept always goats with him as pets, and he gave all the love and food and took very good care of them, and he named them Kalua, Mungia, Gujri, all the funny names. And obviously, what was the routine? He always used to take them for grazing outside, and always used to talk to them as he talked to his own children, as one talked to his own children. So in the same way he used to talk to them. And yes, at night he came back to their hut and always put string round the neck of each goat. Means he always tied down the pets in his hut, and only because of that he loved all the gods very much, and he didn't want to lose them. So next paragraph. Poor Abu Khan was a little unlucky in the matter of his gods. Very often at night, one of the gods would pull and pull at a string till it broke loose and then would disappear in the hills beyond. Gods in hilly regions hate being tied to trees or poles. They love their freedom. Abu Khan's gods were of the best hill breed, and they too loved their freedom. So whenever they got the chance, they would run away only to get killed by an old wolf who lived in the hills. So dear students, what was the main story? Means Abu Khan was unlucky in case of gods, because he loved them very much. But what happened with the gods, as they all were fascinated, all were very attracted by the hills, by the freedom. Okay, so what they did, often at night, one of the goats, whenever any goat could took chance and would pull and pull the string, because at night he tied them with the string, so they wanted to lose them, so they broke the string and would disappear in the hills beyond. So from the hut they always used to see the beautiful hills, and they also wanted to go there. So goats in hill regions, in particular area, they all hate what being tied to trees or poles. They wanted to They don't wanted to, they didn't want to be tied themselves, and they also loved their freedom. So Abu Khan's god were of the best hillbreed, and the quality and the kind of Abu Khan's god was very good. They too loved their freedom, similarly as all the gods of the hilly region loved their freedom. Similarly, the gods of Abu Khan also loved their freedom and also wanted to go in the hills. So whenever they got the chance, whenever they felt like today I want to go, so they just broke down their string with the full of strength, and they would run away only to get killed by an old wolf who lived in the hills. They ran away from the a hut. But what happened with them, in the hill a wolf lived. Okay, so when the god went to hill and wanted to enjoy his freedom, but what happened with them, a wolf killed them. Okay, so the wolf was very strong and big. So they just become, all the gods became his wolves food one by one. So it didn't mean that they just running away from the hut and getting their freedom and enjoying the freedom. No, actually for them freedom was just a struggle, and they went there and just got killed by the wolf. So what happened next? At the end of the page number 43 and at the beginning of page number 44, whenever one of his gods disappeared, Abu Khan was very sad. He didn't understand why even the juices, grass and greens that he gave them, and all the love that he showered on them, would not stop these unfortunate gods from running straight into the jaws of death. Are these gods mad? He wondered. Or was it their love for freedom? But freedom meant struggle, hardship, even death. Abu Khan couldn't solve the mystery. So, whenever any god left his house, god disappeared, Abu Khan became very sad. He was completely depressed because he was not able to understand. He took care, he took very good care of them, and he provided all kinds of foods, juices, grass and grains, and he loved them very much. He talked to them as his own children, but still unfortunate gods ran away from his house and just went directly straight into the jaws of death. Okay, so all these gods mad. So he just wondered, he was thinking like, are they mad? Who? The gods. So he thinking all the gods were mad, or what they want, they or is their love for freedom, or they just wanted their freedom only. They just loved me, means all gods loved me, but as well as they loved their freedom. So they wanted to give themselves a chance to enjoy their freedom. But freedom meant struggle. But here for them, freedom means struggle, hardship, or even death. Because when they got freedom, they went away, they reached to the hill, but there a wolf killed them. Okay, so Abu Khan couldn't solve the mystery. So he was seriously taking it as the mystery, and he was not able to understand the actual reason. One day, when all his gods had left him, Abu Khan said to himself, "No more gods in my house ever again. I may yet live for a few more years, but I will live without gods." However, the poor old man was terribly lonely. He simply couldn't do without his pets. Very soon, he bought a young goat. He thought, a young god will stay with me much longer. She will soon begin to love me as well as the food I give her every day. She will never want to go to the hills, and he laughed with joy. So here you can see the picture of a god and a wolf. Okay, so one by one, all the gods killed by the wolf. So what happened, as one day he was having all the gods, but one by one all gods left him. Okay, so he again become very lonely. Okay, so what he said to himself, he was talking to himself only because nobody was there to talk to him. So no more gods in my house ever again. He told to himself that no more gods in his house ever again will come, and I may yet live for a few more years, and I will live without gods. So he was thinking about his age, and he was saying that might I will live for some more years. Okay, a few more years, so I would live without gods, so I will not bring any god into my hut. However, the poor old man was terribly lonely. Yes, extremely alone because nobody was there. So he simply couldn't do without his pets. So he became very depressed and he was not able to do anything without his pets because it was his habit to keep pet at his hut. So very soon he bought a young goat. So again he bought a young goat. He thought a young goat will stay with me much longer. He bought a young goat because what was his expectations? He was expecting that a young goat would stay with him much longer. She would soon begin to love him as well as the food he give her every day. Okay, so what he was thinking that if I will he bought a young goat because this young goat would remain for many years, much longer time, and obviously if that particular god will remain with me for a longer time, then particular god, she always used to love me and love the food which I will give her, so she will never want to go to the hills. And if she got every kind of good things from me, so she would never think about the hills. And he laughed with joy. He just thinking and he was enjoying with his thoughts and he was laughing. The new goat was very pretty. She was white as snow and had two little horns on her little head and a pair of gleaming red eyes. She had a friendly temperament and would listen to Abu Khan's tale with a lot of interest and affection. Abu Khan called her Chandni, which means moonlight. He loved Chandni and would narrate to her stories of all his friends who were dead and gone. So now here is a description of the new goat. She was very pretty. She was white as snow and had two little horns on her little head, as you can see here. uh, she was very pretty, two little horns, okay, and the color was white. And he was describing his personality and a pair of gleaming red eyes. She was having very good charming shining red eyes and very friendly temperament. Her nature was very friendly and would listen to Abu Khan's tale with a lot of interest and affection. And yes, as we know that Abu Khan was having a habit to narrate all the stories to his pets. So in the same way, he also narrated story to Chandni, and she would love to listen these stories with a lot of interest and affection. And Abu Khan called her Chandni. So Abu Khan named her Chandni, which means moonlight, and he loved Chandni and would narrate to her stories. And which kind of stories he told? He told the stories of all his friends who were dead and gone. Several years passed. Chandni was still there. Abu Khan believed that Chandni would never leave his compound for the free and fresh air of the hills beyond. Alas, he was mistaken again. So what happened? Many years passed and Chandni was still with him, so he became very confident that this god, means Chandni, would not leave him only because of the fresh air and the beauty of hills only. Okay, as she was living with him from many years, so now he was very confident that the Chandni will not leave him only because of the freedom and only because of the fresh and free air of hills. But again he was mistaking. His thinking was very wrong because what will happen, we will read next in next part. Okay, so till then keep reading this chapter.